to the FFACC, which stands for Fighting Force Against Crooked Cops. I am the founder and leader of this organization. No justice is not a new problem here in America. No justice is an old problem here in America. And the worst thing about this problem is that no justice is well established here in America. This problem, no justice, is now a tradition for some. A tradition of wealth. And others who don't understand, they are just as a bigger victim as those who know justice is being carried out on. When you don't understand the purpose of something and the goal of it, then you just putting yourself in a situation to just be swept along with the flow. Meaning that whichever way that it goes, you're going with it. Injustice for many people is the cry of the land. And if you want to say the cry of the world, the cry of the world of injustice when you talk about leadership, how are you going to lead the world although you are the strongest nation in the world? But how can you lead the world talking justice when your track record is no justice? And there are those throughout the world they know you and what you represent. This is why countries all over the world don't take heed to America. Because they know that America is a nation of hypocrites. Not all people in America are hypocrites, because everybody in America, they're not supported of the way that the government is trying to lead the world and taking the people in America along with it. So obvious, there's not no happiness between the government and the people, who the government is misleading American people, or people in America, however way you want to put it. People overseas see America for what America truly is. This is why they are quick to tell America, how can you tell us, people overseas, how to live our lives and how to do justice and how to treat people when you have a history of violence and you house more people in your population in prison than any other nation. So how can you tell people overseas that you are for justice, and when you are forcing justice in other nations, but yet at the same time you're not forcing justice in America, where you are misleading the people and not even giving the people justice in your own homeland. So get out of the other nations and go home and do justice in America. So this is how other leaders see America. This is why they talk the way that I'm talking right now, because they understand that America is a hypocrite. And they only use America because they know America is a whore. Because every nation have slept with her. She's not a virgin. And a long way from being a virgin. America is a representative of American leaders. They are all whores. From the government, the politicians, the preachers, they're all whores. They don't care nothing about country. They love money, wealth more than they love country. And most important, they'll take money over justice any day. They are whores. Whores don't make commitment to their lovers. Anyone who have them, well, let me put it like this. Anyone who have money can have them. And whores are known for jumping ship. They're not loyal. In one moment they're in this camp. They with this person. The same way it is with the politician. One moment they with this camp, and the next moment they with another camp. They jump from side to side. Whore hopping. And the American people is caught in between all this madness. America would never do justice if it's up to American leaders. This is why it's up to you and I to fight for justice. Because this old tradition must be dealt with. And most important, it must be defeated. I know my life is in jeopardy, that I have been told if I keep speaking up and speaking out. Well, I'm not afraid to die, and I'm not afraid to take on whatever that comes my way. We are always born to die. So if you're going to die, you might as well die standing. And I'd rather die standing than to die bowing. Every time I speak, I know that I'm getting closer and closer to attacks. There's different types of attacks. But I don't fear that. And I don't fear no threat from no level. Because I won't bow out and I won't sell out. I don't carry no weapons, no guns, no knives. Just the weapon of truth. The same thing that I instruct my followers. But how can you be a true leader if you are afraid of death? Death must come to all living things. But what I believe in, and that's fighting for justice for all people, particularly black people and people of color in America. Is the biggest problem, because America has the biggest influence on the world. So if America if you're going to own up to what you call leadership, then lead the people out of injustice, or take your rightly place behind closed doors and keep living off of the people that you keep doing injustice to. Because after all, no justice is big business. And this is why a lot of countries, they are so successful in wealth, in injustice wealth. Wealth that was not rightly done for them to reward themselves with. Wealth that was taken from others in an injustice way. Brothers and sisters, to all my followers and to those who are not my followers, those who hear my voice, fight with us to fight against no justice. Take a stand wherever you are. Wherever you are. Thank you, and welcome to the FFACC.